I'm not a vampire, not an alien. I'm not the fucking mummy, I'm a goblin.
Greetings and welcome, I am the Twisted Goblin. And welcome to my video. So today, I'm gonna talk about Dreamland. There is a store like that in our country, but that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about the childish things. No, we're gonna talk about adult things. Adult games. This is my first adult game. Yes, there was like this thing that Markiplier played. I had no idea what it is. It was just funny to see, so I wanted to play it. I suck at it, so I didn't see anything much of that game. But Dreamland is a narrating game. It's a visual novel. You have to read a lot. Like the book, the Satanic Book. You can read it. It's very informing about self-love. But anyway, not this kind of self-love, but you know. Anyway, so Dreamland is a very, very adult visual novel. So you read a lot in this game. You have to think. But when I say adult game, I mean nudity, sexuality, but what that was like, okay, let's try this. This makes you like, okay, let's try it. But what gets you hooked is the story. And you have so many options. That's what I liked by Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is also pretty much an adult game, but you know, in the mainstream, and has more than just adult things happening. But you have like sex scenes in it. You can have a hooker. You can have lots of things in Cyberpunk as well. But then you have also the gameplay. In Dreamland, you kind of have a narrated story, but it's 4 people that go on camp. It's small game, so the first episode is free. Dreamland, you can play the first episode if you're above 18. You can go play the game. It's it's a visual novel, so you read a lot, like a lot. I never thought I would read this much. I never thought that this would be a game that interested me that much. But it did. It interested me a lot. It's like you are with your friends. You have a childhood best friend. You have somebody. You have some. You know, the popular woman that came into was a battle of your best friend, and then you have also your pro best friend. You have this girl that's your best friend, and you have a man that's your best friend. The guy is like a whole story. It's like they are going on a trip. They go on a road trip to Dreamland. That's the whole fucking scenario. It all plays off in a week apparently. So this whole story is a week long. We are at chapter 2. I played it till chapter 2. So it's not going to be very spoilery veil. But I felt like I have enough information about this game. I have enough to give you my opinion about this game. Because I like it. And what I love about it is everything that it goes on. The story is most engaging. Like you have this thing. You can also... Like, okay, there are some people, characters that are gonna... There are like 2 roadside chicks that you pick up. And they seem like, okay, well, are we gonna pick up? But the boyfriend broke up with her. He left them there. So you're like, okay, maybe I should pick them up. You can choose. That's what I love about you. Choice this matter. Because it's like this, one of the chick, this very like, very much of how you say it, in the names of, like, in this moment would say, my favorite element, a whore. She literally wants to be a whore. She wants to be personal, kind of her. Doesn't want to go around, but in the beginning, she feels like a little bit further. She feels like the wild card, the one that wants to go for it, because you go to Dreamland to have sex, to have date, to be like some young adults would do, you know? Young adults in their 20s, like going wild, going crazy, doesn't matter, one night stands, doesn't fucking matter, that's what they want to do. That's what the whole point of it. Mostly your best friend, the guy, wants to do this. Your bestie, the girl that you've been friends with since a lot time, not since childhood, because the guy is since childhood. This girl is more somebody that saved you from suicide because you discovered that she actually wanted to kill herself or something. I'm like, holy shit, this story is dark. Then you find out about the other characters as well. That has like a story. It's like so much twist. I'm like, holy shit, I care about it. I didn't want her at first. Like her, I felt like she's like my best friend. She saved me. That's like, I like it. I want her to be my best friend. I have a bestie. I have somebody that I'm really close to. But I never have feelings for it. But she definitely has feelings for you. So I was very much like, oh, what did I do? What did I do? Did I do something wrong? I feel like I've done something wrong because she wants to be with you. She wants to actually her first time. There was also a true dare scenario where you had to choose something, and because you choose something very, very wrong, I mean, I would just lie about it or joke about it, something like that. But she never had sex, so that she has to say for everybody. She felt embarrassed. She felt like, you see her inner struggle. You see how she's struggling with that. And that feels me like, oh my god, what did I do? What did I do? Why did I do that? Then you're also like, yeah, the other, yes, some want to do your deed. So it's a bit of an adult, kind of very adult themes going on. It seems like they all want your D, the dig, they want it. But it doesn't feel like too much into it. Like the two girls want it. She wants to be with you. Then there is the popular that wants, the popular girl that has also lots of trouble, also lots of history, and she wants to be friends with benefits, but also feels like they all can fall for you. They're literally like, it seems to see what story you're gonna go to, they're gonna fall. Because there's like this mean girl. Well, actually, there's the mean girl from the friend and the whore friend. This whores herself a bit out. I was like, there are a different way of friends. Like she wants to like the, but also you find out those two are a bit more sinister than the one, because when you fall for the one girl, because she looked most like the gothic side that I would have like picked. It's the reason I tried to pick her first. She is a maniac. Like literally, she has some issues, but not the gothic kind of issues. That mental instability. She is like literally very possessive. She wants to D. If you go having sex with somebody else, she's gonna cut you, and she can find that out. So even though you're like, it's a game, I'm gonna sleep around, I'm gonna sleep some around. That's the point of a game, right? Of this kind of game, I would not do that. I was scared out of my mind. I literally became scared out of my mind when I tried it. I was like, oh no, other save game, going back. I went fucking back. I was scared to death from a fucking character. This has never happened before. I've seen villains. I've seen this. The only time that I actually cared this much was in Cyberpunk. It's why this game is so good. It captures the interaction and your actions so very well, because if you sleep around with this, she can find out you also have another character that has been on a family trip, that is an adult, but she has a younger brother. It's been pretty much a pervert, but he's very young. I mean, it's like 16, 17, 19, 20, maybe early, around 18 maybe. It's like, he's still very younger, lots younger than his big sister. They also get joked about, and this girl is like, okay, you see her, you think you can go with her on some point in the story. You can go with her or your one of your friends, because she wants a photo shoot for her OnlyFans, pretty much. She wants to have a photo shoot and kinky photos done for her OnlyFans kind of thing, and you oblige it at first, but you could say, fuck this, she will understand, I'm going with this girl. Even though she will not understand, that will break her fucking heart. You don't know this girl, besides that, you know, she was in the camp and you are in the water when she came around. Like, you've seen her before, but she is not that friend. But somehow you would ditch her. You can do that, and that's so the decisions and the heartbreak that you see in the other characters. Like, yes, you can go with her, but then you break her heart. You're one of your friends, and that feels like, oh, I'm not gonna do that. I tried doing that. I'm like, oh, I cannot do it. I feel, man. I have feelings. She has feelings. No, wait, she's a character in the game, but still. Feels like they have feelings. Every character feels so. You also have your best friend, the guy that wants to sleep with her. The other thing, she's a bit of a thing. Finds out she's a bit of a bitch that actually just want to go to Dreamland, want to find somebody to able to get there. Though we are the bunch that wants to get her there. But she that guy wants to sleep with the nerd. They want you more because he has his own trouble. He has and we find something real. But your best friend, we find something real dark in it. I'm like, holy shit, no fucking way. I was literally like, what the fuck? And that's where the chapter fucking ends. The chapter literally ends at what the. That was the second chapter. It's like it ends up on a what the fuck moment. I'm like, oh no, you cannot end it, right? Don't end it here. This literally got me so engaged to the story. This got me so. Chapter 2 of Dreamland is like, wow. I cannot think about one. This is like the top 10 games. Yes, it has a fucking adult. Yes, it has sex scenes in it, like a lot. And I mean graphically sex scenes. And you can go switch down how you want to do it. You can do, but your choices matter. The story is damn. Like, and every character has a backstory. Every character, you find out how they like you. You find out how they are. You find so many. You start to interact with them. You feel for them. You get them. You see how bitchy they can be. You see everything matters. I'm really liking this. I'm really so blown away how good the story is. This is what got me in adult games in general. This is not been out for so long. Didn't think I would talk about adult games at all. I would be like, yeah, I play adult games. Let's put that aside. Nobody can know about that. Let's keep that hiding in my library very far. But it's so good. Dreamland is so freaking engaging. The story is fucking great. It's yes, there's lots of sex scenes in it. Yes, they all want a D. What's a little bit, what you expect from an adult game, where there's sex in it as the main drive for sex, all about sex. But it's so the story, sex feels more like, it's there it's there if you want it. But there is this mystery story going on, and a missing girl. The girl that you can fall in love with, very possessive, would cut your dick off if he could. She would cut your dick off. I'm like, yeah, she made me actually scared. And then I have my friends that I feel for. Like, okay. Some people are like, don't feel engaging. I saw some Steam reviews, but I'm like, this is the most engaging I ever seen a game to be. It's not about the sex, it's about the whole fucking story. And I have to read. I don't like reading this much, but I keep going. I was glued to my screen. I'm like, holy shit, I want to know more. And then I went to chapter 2 and then I'm like, no, don't give it. Because when chapter 1 ended, I was like, no, I don't want to end this. I'm gonna buy it. $5, that's not much for chapter 2. So I bought it. Got me into the thing. Chapter 2 ending. I'm like, no, I have to wait another fucking 4 months or something. I cannot do this. So I bought another fucking adult game, of course. Not so engaging, like the game that I'm playing now after this Dreamland game. Also very adult, but also the characters are pretty good. But that's a space game, so I don't know for sure. There are lots more adult games and I just got into adult games, so I don't know if this is the main. But Dreamland still feels like really, really fucking fun. The most fun I ever had in career. I felt like engaging, very engaging into the story. Very like the mystery about it is so far engaged. Everything plays off in a week, so every chapter is gone. I hope this guy, girl, whoever makes adult games, these adult games with whatever team they. I think it was alone, one single person, but either way, I love it. I think it's very recommending to play it if you like this kind of games. And with this kind of games, I mean visual novels, because that's the main thing. It's reading, lots of reading. You don't hear any voice acting. You don't you just see voices. You just don't hear voices, but you see the names, the one, Leah, all those guys, your best friends. Like every character feels like so good, and the mystery behind it. Your best friend, even the only other guy that's around. He's like, I mean, there are other guys. Like there's the dad from some girl, the brothers. Like there are some other guys around, and also because of the brother, you also lose your pants on some point. That was also very like, oh, that's weird. Like, anyway, it's like, and the characters, how they interact with each other is fun. It's like this visual novel is so good done. You see some movie. And yes, it's very sexual, like really sexual things, but it's also engaging story. Maybe just me, but I like the story the most. Like the story about it, going to Dreamland, the whole road trip. Maybe I didn't play enough road trip games. But anyway, so like this game is very recommended if you're above 18. If you're there above it, if you're really like above 18, want a game that has sex scenes in it, has adults, like, you know, adult things in it, because you also, you know, you find out the most your one friend came to be in your life because you wanted to, you're literally talking to yourself, not knowing if you were gonna want to live in this world anymore. It's like you're literally in suicide. When one of your friends comes in life, because of that one friend, and it seems also that one friend feels also very left out, that you find out, but you don't know that thing still a bit later. It's like you see why you're friends, you see how you got engaged. You also can disappoint your friends. I mean, you're literally like, I know what, I'm gonna have sex with her, break her heart. She feels like you are not the guy that she used to know. Now just a stranger that used to know. Anyway, so I like this game. I think the story is very awesome. I cannot recommend it more. If you are an adult, like visual novels, yes, there is gonna be lots of sex scenes in it. And yes, they literally want a little bit of the D. Like, but there's also this good story behind it that really makes all want you more, because there is a lot of adult games with sex scenes in it. There is there is a handful adult scenes thing is in it, but this story feels so engaging that keeps me wanting more. Or else you could be like, okay, seeing the sex scenes, go moving on. Seeing the thing, sexy girls, moving on. You're also very buff for but also not. Maybe it's because my image of myself is a bit bigger than I used to, and also I'm older than they're in their early 20s. I'm in my early 30s. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video, and I hope to see you in my next videos. This was a kind of a review about Dreamland, kind of everything you want to know about Dreamland to play it, because it's very fun. I recommend it. I would recommend playing the Dreamland if you like visual novels, because it's a visual novel. And if you're an adult, being an adult, don't play this game if you're a child. Don't play this game if you're a teenage. I know boobs sounds cool, but it's not for you yet. It's an adult game. You have to be an adult. I mean, you at least have to be an age of an adult. Acting like it is something different. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna end it here because I'm already 20 minutes in, and I'll just see you guys in my next videos. Goodbye, good night. Ah, goddammit, it's empty.
Then the days got worse and worse, and now you see I've gone completely out of my mind.